I am at almost 1 million. 1 million streams on YouTube, on my music channel, by creating helpful content and attaching my music to it. And I didn't even know this was happening till I got my recap at the end of the year that showed me I was almost at 1 million streams. I mean, this is crazy. So I'm going to show you exactly how I stumbled on this, because I didn't even know this was happening. So if you're a musician and you've been looking for ways to put your music out there and market your music so a lot of people can listen to it, this is for you. Whether you're a professional musician or a hobbyist, you just want to make some more money off your content, this is for you. Stick with me. So 1 million streams, man. 1 million streams. I mean, yeah. Okay. I like to give a speech. No, seriously though, and this is just amazing because I stumbled on this. A lot of people don't know I produce music, but I do as a hobby. And, why not make money off your hobby? That's something you do on the side. So, well, the first thing is we know as artists, as musicians, getting our music placed where a lot of people can listen to it becomes an issue because you need marketing. In my instance, I created a video a while back. I invested in a particular song, invested in the video, and I did Google ads, social media ads, YouTube ads. And was it successful? I would say yeah, but not to the point that I wanted it to be. And that's typically all our stories as a musician, right? Well, the thing is, that's why you need a label. You need placement. You need the commercial placement. It's very, very important because that's what propels your music to a whole bunch of people and they can listen to it. Now, I say placement. Think about it. You go into a store, you listen to music, right? That artist is getting paid. If you like the music, you Shazam it, you add it to your playlist. The artist keeps getting paid because it was placed in a commercial spot. Same thing as the radio. So that's why the labels are important. They help place your music. Placement is the key word here. But with this strategy, you'll be doing the placement because you will be creating the commercial space where your music will go and then bing. Oh, so what's the strategy here? It's very simple. All I did was look for content gaps on YouTube. That is a lot of content that YouTube wants but doesn't have. It's content gap. They're looking for that content. That means there's not enough content on it. And so how did I identify this? I went and researched under content gaps, things that were related to our industry that people wanted. So I found stuff like how to add music to Instagram stories. People wanted to learn how to do that, how to do things on Instagram, how to do things on YouTube, how to do things on all these different apps. And what I did was I created this content showing them how they could do it, but then placed my music in the content. So you see, I am being the label here because YouTube happens to be the commercial spot where a lot of people are looking for information. It's like just going to the store. You're looking to go get something in the store, right? It's a public spot and a lot of people are looking for information. So you provide that information just like how they go to the store and then they listen to music. So you provide that information. You also provide music. And if they like it, which is what I've seen has happened, is they gravitate towards it and they start maybe add it to their playlist. But the key factor is even them watching your video that you've placed that content on gets you paid. That is what is so cool here. So the strategy in detail was I went and started creating shorts. A lot of shorts on how to do something on Instagram, how to do something on YouTube, and then attaching my music to it in different spots that the music was not obstructing the content. It was actually complementing the content. And that's what's key here. The music was complementing the content. And so I discovered that if you do that, it sort of makes the video even better. Now, the thing is this, I wanted to add other people's music to it. And then I realized, well, I have my music. Why don't I sync my songs? And why am I syncing somebody else's songs when my songs are already synced to YouTube? So it's important that you have your music with a distributor out there that's already synced. So if it's CD Baby, which is what I use, it's synced to YouTube, or SoundCloud, it's synced to YouTube when I put music out there. And so when I search for music in YouTube, especially under shorts, they come out, and then I can add the music to the content. And in this instance, you will see in many instances, we've gotten hundreds of thousands of views on this content. So that means I've got hundreds of thousands of views on these streams. And so I didn't know that all that time it was counting towards the music, streams. I had no clue. I just thought it was there and didn't know how I was getting paid. And seriously, it has made a difference, because before, without this, my spreadsheets were stagnant. You'd get one-offs of, people listening to your music. But now, they are backed up. Like, I will get streams still from October last year that happened on my YouTube that I'm still getting paid for, because they are still trying to catch up. So this is huge. So what's the key here? The key here is you are the placer. You are the musician and you are the placer. In this instance, you almost don't need the label, because that's what the label does. The label places you. So if you can go out there, and of course there are a lot more technicalities in this instance, but if you could go out there and pick your skills, something you're very skilled at, something you're good at. Now, in my instance, I'm skilled at marketing. I have a background in marketing. I'm educated in marketing. I have a master's in marketing. I have a doctorate in business focused on marketing. So this is my skill. As you can see, I'm in my skill. I'm in my niche here, doing my stuff, helping people within my niche, but putting my songs on there. And in this instance, bingo, you then become the commercial placer for your songs, which then gives your songs life out there. So I think this is something that if you start doing right now, you will see a difference immediately. So here, I'm gonna go into the numbers real quick so you can see the numbers. All right, guys, so here's the YouTube Analytics tab. This is where you go to look at the numbers. And in this instance, I'm gonna show you the analytics for the songs under content here, so you could see how many views and streams that we have gotten, or I have gotten, on this channel as a result of that. So actually you can see over now in the last 28 days, it gives you the amount of views that we've gotten and stuff. So I'm going to go to content here and go specifically to songs so you could see. So under songs, that'll give us a clearer view of the song. So as you can see here, guys, the last 28 days, Heal Me has done 200,000 streams. That's because Heal Me is attached. And I'll show you the songs it's attached to a good amount of songs. So I remember I told you guys I was almost at a million streams. So it gives you an idea, but let's look over here. So the last 28 days, 240,000. So I'm actually going to do lifetime here so we could see the streams and see where we are. What? Oh, scratch that, guys. I said we're almost at a million. We're at a million. We are at a million already, as you can see, 1,200,000. Yeah, I didn't even know that. Last time I checked this, it was a little under, but that was last week. If you look at the numbers, thinking of the fact that it's doing 200K a week, we probably blew past that. I'm sorry, guys. I just had to do that. Is so cool. 1,000,002. All right, let's get back to it. So here it is. So I'm going to show you that is so cool. So this is how you can do it. See, guys, and I'll show you the song. So I'm going to go over here and I'll go right back. And you can see the songs that it's attached to. So these are the songs and they are attached to shorts. So we'll see the shorts over here, actually. So you see them here. Here are the shorts. And here they are: how to change Instagram password, how to change YouTube theme, making a quick hip hop beat. Okay, that's totally different. How to deactivate or delete Instagram account, how to delete Twitter account. So these are all the songs. These are all the tutorials, quick short tutorials that I've added the songs to that have made a significant difference. You know what I mean? Like, amazing difference. So under the shorts, that's where you can really attach your songs and create content that's helpful to a whole lot of people. And how I know this has been successful is, of course, the numbers. As you can see, the numbers are huge. But I could also tell that a lot of people have gone to check the song out. as a result because of the way it's optimized now and because of the spikes that I typically see. There was actually a time that it spiked on like Reddit for some reason or the other, and I just got a bunch of views, like thousands and thousands of views. And that's just how it's happened. That's, because the music is out there, some people hear it, people like it, and then they gravitate towards it, and then they share it, or they attach it to something in their context where it fits in. And so this is how I could tell it's optimized. Very simple way. You could just go here, and I'm going to do heal me, heal me, J double. And so this is not even how my name is spelt. So it lets you know it's optimized because people have a way my name is spelt in their head. They go J double. Whereas, that's not even how the way it's spelled. So that's how I know it's optimized, because people are going there to search for it. And so there's a lot more technical stuff, though, in the back, that I do. If you don't do the technical stuff, you're still going to get results. It's just that if you know the technical stuff, it just sets it on a totally different level entirely, because these, they're optimized totally on the web. See, for instance, how to change Instagram password. It is right on Google, right on one of the top places here. So that takes a whole lot of optimization. It's a lot of techie stuff, too, that goes on in the back, but you can sign up for the course that I'll be making later on or creating later on to go into details of how I actually achieve this. And so in that instance, you'll be able to see in detail how to actually optimize these videos also on the web, not just on YouTube. So let's get into some tips and takeaways. Right, so as you can see, that's amazing. Not knowing this was happening and just using my content with another piece of my content and seeing the magic that's happening. So what are the tips here? What I will say is that if you're starting a YouTube channel, I would actually take it a level further, which is I would look for a YouTube channel akin to some songs that I'm making. I mean, what stops me from making a YouTube channel where I'm talking strictly about Mercedes-Benz, but making songs about Mercedes-Benz and then putting tips about Mercedes-Benz in the songs? I mean, I know it's kind of crazy, but there's so many ways you could take this, because in that instance, you can just overlap so much and it takes off. So the main thing is, it doesn't matter what skill you have. It doesn't matter what skill. There are content gaps on YouTube all the time in every niche. People are looking for stuff. Again, the commercial spot where people are looking for stuff. The mall where they hear the music. This is YouTube in this instance where they hear the music. So it's you provided in that public forum for them, and then they gravitate towards it, and bingo, you are good. So the main tip here is that go search for content gaps. Something you're skilled in. We all have our passions. We all have our hobbies, right? We all have what we work, what we do, our daily bread is what I like to call what we go and do our work in. We all have that. But we also have our hobbies that when we get home, maybe whip out a guitar, play some music. We have all this stuff. And if you then can attach the skill with the hobby on YouTube using this formula, you start to make some good side money. Automatically, you start to make some good side money. So here's some key takeaways that I would run with that even I am going to implement, because I stumbled on this. I've not really had a clear strategy. I'm going to now be creating a strategy. The first one is you create a strategy on how you're going to interlope your music and your content, and actually thinking about it before you create the music at all. That's part one. Number two is that make sure that when you add your music to your content, that the music and your voice are not clashing. That's very huge, because in that instance, there's a likelihood your engagement won't spike. You really want videos to engage at a high level, because the more the views, then the more the streams that are attributed to you. Number three is you want to still create high quality content. This is not just garbage. All the content that I created on how-tos were still edited for perfection, edited in the best way, at least that I could, to make it look professional with headlines and memes and everything's like happening in them. So it's very, very important that you're adding all the stickers and all that stuff to your content. Content is still very important. Number three is it's YouTube Shorts. It's about YouTube Shorts. That is where I have been able to add my music to the content. When you go to your shorts, you look for the music tab, and once your music is synced to YouTube, you should be able to search for yourself there. look for your music and then add it there and then edit it as needed. Now, there are a lot more technicalities. With this. This is pretty much a basic overview, is what I like to call it. So subscribe to the channel because I'll be sharing a whole lot more, and I'll actually be creating a course. For this so that a lot of people could take advantage of this. So subscribe to the channel. I will add a link where you could join the newsletter so that when the course comes out, you will be able to take advantage of the course and also know how I do it in detail to see how I went through each step, because this is just pretty much an overview. So the main takeaway is you don't need the labels now. You can be the placer for your songs in commercial spots using YouTube and start generating some good money on the side. Like the video if it was helpful and informative. Subscribe to the channel so you can always have access to helpful content. Till next time, take care.